specifications, right? 18 by 18 by 18. So because you have to fit things in specification, you can't use really large, robust pieces. You have to use these thin Tetrix parts, which, if you can see, they have an opened end, which means they can flex inward, and that means that makes your robot not as rigid.
Like over here, this motor over here, we have to put a stand up over here so that it doesn't so it keeps it from bending inwards, or else this chain over here will fall off or fly off.
We found that the motor was wiggling as
like the channel completely bends inward.
And what happened in your first tournament? Didn't you say some chain came off?
All the wheels, chains.
Yeah, so we had at our last tournament, because our base was, our chassis was not very well constructed, the entire bottom portion veered out, which means the chains were not lined up straight, which means they slipped.
Now, what brain do you use for programming?
This,
come around here.
So the NXT is where we input all of our code, but to code we actually use Robotics. And it's a very simple syntax-based language. It takes about a week to learn.
Okay. Yeah. And do you guys control it with a remote controller or from a computer screen?
So from the computer, you connect to this.
Okay.
You put your joysticks into the computer and then you're done.
Oh, okay. Then, so you have someone on the floor controlling that.
There's an autonomous portion and then the remote control portion.
Video, take the whole thing around. Okay? You guys, yeah. So we can get your beautiful device here.
This lift is actually, it goes about 5'10".
Wow. Is that the specification?
No, like these drawer slides we bought ourselves, and so all these pulleys and stuff.
And so did you buy stuff and it didn't go and it didn't work and then you had to take them out again and put something else in?
For example, there are these type of wheels called mechanism wheels, and what they allow you to do is they allow you to not only go forward and backward, they allow you to go straight to the right, straight to the left, for a strafing motion. And this was at our first tournament, famous first tournament. We had mechanism wheels, and they had no traction. We were barely able to turn. They were also relatively inexpensive mechanism wheels since we were punching on a budget.
So how did you guys get your corporate sponsors? You just call them up or what?
I found that actually the only way to get sponsorships in FTC is through personal connection. It's really difficult to just call a company and say, hey, we're this FTC team, would you like to sponsor us?
It's easier to get money if you know them. Or you know
how do you know them? So an employee that works there?
Your parents submit so if you're part of the school like we are, then we're considered a non-profit and it benefits that company as well. They get tax reduction.
I see. Okay. And then was your school very supportive of you doing this?
Not really.
No.
Not at all?
They didn't even host, so you know how in order to qualify for the regional tournament, you can host a qualifier?
Or you can win Inspire.
Or you can win Inspire. So last year we had hosted Mission's qualifier, but this year Mission didn't even want to have a qualifier.
Wow.
Yeah. So we had to work a lot harder to actually
And if you want to host a qualifier at our school, you have to pay janitors full time. You have to refill all the soap. So you have to pay for soap, water, energy, electricity for the entire day. Even if you're only there for like a couple hours, you pay for the entire day.
Was your staff, your science teachers helpful at all or not at all?
We have one teacher who is really, really involved. His name is Dr. Brooker, and he is really, really passionate about helping these students. Like, for example, last year he was there. So last year while we were preparing for the tournament the night before, he stayed there up until 12 while we were making buttons and making parts and assembling the field. He was always there.
How about the principal? Was the principal very not so
Mr.
supportive?
Larson is supportive to the students a lot, but
not really to
robotics specifically.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have a robot club at your school after school hours?
One of the girls on our team, she's VP of the club.
And are they all involved with this? Or?
Yeah. There's a couple teams here from Mission San Jose. It's us, Team Intersect, Team Omega, and the Robo Avatars.
Awesome.
We really have
And
to
the
go.
Robo
Okay.
Knights.
Great. Well, listen, we have to run.
Okay.
Thank you so